Example 1 on two subset problems. The question says, a survey carried out on 15 adults showed that 8 of them smoked cigarettes, while 10 of them said they drank beer. The question says we should find the number that smokes cigarettes and those that drank beer if each of them did at least one of the two acts. Now, this is said to be a two subset problems. It is said to be a two subset problems because we are considering two sets of people or two categories of people. The first category talks about those that drank beer and the other those that smoked cigarettes. So this is said to be a two subset problem. And from the question or from the statement, it shows that there are some persons that drank beer as well as smoked cigarettes. Reason being that out of 15, 8 of them smoked cigarettes while 12 of them drank beer. So you discover that if you add both of them together, it gives you 18. And the total number of persons there are said to be 15. That means there's a particular set of people that smoked cigarettes as well as drank beer. So we're asked to find the number that smoked cigarettes and drank beer. We are going to use the Venn diagram in representing them. Now, before we go into the Venn diagram, before we go into the solution, let me explain something on the Venn diagram. Now, if it is a two subset problem, this is the Venn diagram for it, where this is said to be the universal set. I'll call this set A, set B, and this set is divided into regions 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like I explained to you, the region 1 is said to be comprises of those elements that you can find in A and B only. Get that clear? Only. They can be found only in A and B, which is A intersection B only. Region 2 is said to be elements you can find only in A. They can neither be found in any other region, but only in A. And we represent them using the notation A intersection B prime, as we were told. Region 3, so this I can write it as A and B only, while this can be said to be A only. Region 3 is said to be A prime intersection B, meaning elements that can be found only in B. And region 4, elements that can be found only in region 4. That is, they can be found only in the universal set. They can neither be found in A or B. So we refer them to be A union B or prime. They are said to be the complement of the universal set of A and B, because they can neither be found anywhere in region 1, 2, and 3. So this is said to be universal set only. So I'll just target universal only. So note that region 1, 2, 3 are said to be the union of two sets because they can be found in A and B. All right. So with this knowledge, we can go ahead in solving this problem. Now, let us also dissect the statement and see how we can fit them into these 4 regions I have explained to you. Now, we have it that a survey carried out on 15 adults. Now I'm going to help you to dissect these questions, to bring them out and represent them in algebraic statement. Okay, we have it that a survey carried out on 15 adults, and that shows you that the total number of persons that the survey was carried out on are said to be 15. That indicates the universal set when it comes to set notation. So we have it that the universal set is said to be equal to 15. That's 15 persons. Showed that 8 of them smoke cigarettes. Now, 8 of them smoke cigarettes doesn't mean they smoke only cigarettes. So n of cigarettes, I will represent it using C. That is, number that smokes cigarettes are said to be 8, while 10 of them said they drank beer. So n of B, that is number of B, are said to be 10. Find the number that smoked cigarettes and those that drank beer, if each of them did at least one of the two acts. Now, this number of cigarettes is said to be 8, that those that smoked cigarettes, and those that drank beer are said to be 10. Now, if you look at the Venn diagram, if I'm going to use this to be cigarette and this to be beer, now, what that means is that number of those that smoke cigarettes, if you look at the circle of those that smoke cigarettes, it means that you have region 1 and 2. So region 1 and 2 comprises of those who smoke cigarettes. But region 2 talks about those who smoke only cigarettes. So for us to get those that smoked cigarettes only, we must first of all subtract those that drank beer from n of C, because in it we have people who drank beer and smoked cigarettes too. Let's have it that n of C, that's cigarette intersection beer, those who drank beer and smoked cigarette, to be equal to X. Representing this in Venn diagram, I will have this. Let me have a new Venn diagram for this. This is beer and this is cigarette. The universal set is said to be 15. Then those that drank, let those that drank beer and smoked cigarettes be X. Those that smoked cigarettes is said to be 8. Then those that drank beer, they are said to be 10. What this means is that at the end of we finding those in region 1, 2, 3, or 4, when you add up all those in these circles, it must be equal to 10. And when you add up all those in the region of cigarettes, they must be equal to 8. If those that drank beer are said to be 10, how can we get those that drank only beer? For us to get those that drank only beer, we'll have to subtract X from 10, because we don't know what X is. So those that drank only beer will be said to be 10 minus X. We are subtracting X from it because X is said to be the category of people that drank beer as well as smoked cigarette. Same thing we'll do for those who smoked only cigarette. So we are going to subtract X from those who smoked cigarette. This becomes 8 minus X. But from the analysis, they didn't tell us that we have any in region 4. It means that region 4 is said to be 0, meaning none of the adults confessed of not smoking cigarettes nor drinking beer. So number of those that you can find in the universal set but not in set A or B are said to be 0. What this means is if you add up all of this, those in the region of beer, it gives you 10. When you add up all those in region of cigarette, it must give you 8. And when you add up the total, it should be able to give you 15. With this analysis, we will be able to get those that smoked cigarette and drank beer only. In this now, we also have it that the universal set is said to comprise of all the elements taken into consideration. So what that means is that universal set is equal to region 1 plus region 2 plus region 3 plus region 4. So when you add up all the elements you have in these regions, it gives you the universal set. So as in the case of this, we have it that the universal set is said to be 15. So 15 is equal to region 1, which is x, plus 10 minus x, which is region 2, plus 8 minus x, which is region 3, plus 0, which is region 4. So therefore, solving this becomes 15 is equal to x. I'm going to open the bracket, x plus 10 minus x plus 8 minus x plus 0. Collecting like terms, we have 15 is equal to x minus x is 0. 10 plus 8 is 18 minus 8 plus 0. It does not change the expression. So I'm going to make x the subject of the formula by taking x to this side and 15 to the other side. We now have it to be x is equal to 18 minus 15. And x is equal to 18 minus 15 is said to be 3. Now, what that means is that out of 15 of them, 3 of them are said to have smoked cigarette and drank beer. So our new Venn diagram now gives us something like this. This is beer, this is cigarette, and I say the total number of persons that drank beer are said to be 10. For cigarette, those that smoked are said to be 8, and this is 15. Now, if 3 of the adults confess to have smoked cigarette and drank beer, now we have it that those that drank beer alone are said to be 10 minus x, of which x is now 3. So 10 minus 3 is said to be 7, while 8 minus 3 is said to be 5. And this is 0. Now, remember I said the universal set, the set B, comprises of those you can find enclosed in the circle that houses B. So if you add 7 plus 3, it gives you 10. That shows us that we are right. And same way, if you do this, you have 3 plus 5, which gives you 8. So also the universal set comprises of the 4 regions. If you add up all of them, it gives you 15. That shows you that we are right in our numbers. Now, one other thing I would like you to understand is, since you are dealing with people, your answers must be positive. So if at the end of you solving a question that has to do with people and you're having a negative value, it means your solution is wrong somewhere. So you can go ahead and look at it again and try to see where you got it wrong. This is how you can apply the Venn diagram in solving a 2 subset problems. Kindly like my videos as you watch. While I recommend that you subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do so, and also follow me on Facebook and on TikTok at my lesson teacher Maths. Turn on the notification bell so as to be notified whenever a new video is being uploaded. You can also use the comment section to interact with me on areas that are still difficult for you to understand. While I recommend you share the link with your friends and families so that they can also benefit from our daily classes. Let's take another example on 2 subset problem.